Hello everybody and welcome back to Sandy Bay. So what I've just done is I've picked up the majority of the loose straw which is on the ground. Obviously there's a few bits left here and there, but that is fairly understandable. It's not really worth going back for. But I have picked up another 2,293 litres, which is fairly impressive. Basically almost 60% of a bale. We didn't manage to get enough to fill the baler. There was a tiny bit here actually. Let's just pick it up. There we go. It was hardly worth it, but still, we've done it. And yes, I think that is this field finished with for today. What we need to do is move on to a different field, and that is the field just next to us here, to the right. Now essentially what we're going to do in the field on the right hand side is get the planter, or the seeder, going. I have done 2 votes recently, and the first one was about multiplayer. I said, shall we do Sandy Bay multiplayer from episode 30 to 40? The answers were yes or no, and the winning vote was for yes. So we're going to finish single player Sandy Bay at episode 30, then continue from where I left off from 30 to 40, so basically 10 weeks, which I think is going to be a good thing because then we don't have to start another series of Sandy Bay. That might sound good, but to be honest I'd like to contain it all within the same series. It does work better that way. So yeah, that's that sorted. The second vote I did was just in the previous episode. That was what crop should we plant in field number 11. Is that down? It is. Which is this field here. And the choice was between sunflowers and maize, or corn. The winning vote was for maize. So that's what we're going to do. It is going to be a maize harvest. We do need to make sure we can afford the planter. It's a different planter to usual. So once we've made sure of that, we'll buy it and then do the work. If we can't afford it, if we can do, I'll try and do some contracting. The only thing with that is I don't know if contracting has been set up in Sandy Bay. I don't think it has been actually, but hopefully it won't even come to that. We should have enough money. Hard to see if there's any traffic. So many hedges. Yeah, so this is going to go back into the usual shed. Then we're going to go into the lorry, sell the bales, obviously bring the combine harvest back as well. Then that'll be that field cleared. We'll then jump into the T7, drop off the subsoiler, and of course replace it with the planter. Here we are. What we're going to do is put both of these in the shed. But actually thinking about it, maybe we should just drive it in forwards. We might as well. Let's not think about reversing it out again. It will be possible, but it will be a challenge. So there we go, that's the JCB done. Now for the lorry, let's just very quickly head down to the sell point. It isn't very far from here, so this is going to be dead easy. And it is roughly £300 per bale. If it's the same price, then that is going to be a fairly good bit of income. I'm pretty sure we can afford the planter, let's just see. I will of course make sure of this before we go to the shop. Now obviously, yeah, there is a wide variety of different ones you can choose. We would have to go for something like this one here, £13,000. So no doubt about it, we can definitely afford it. I'm looking for something like this. It is £61,000, which is obviously out of our price range, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. That's the other alternative, 4.5 metres, that is 3 metres, so yeah. There are a few alternatives to the cheapest one. And here we are, left hand side. It is a fairly tight turning, so we're going to have to take this slow, take it wide as well. Going from this side of the road. First time I did it, I actually crashed. Yes, I was not paying attention, and suddenly the turning came and I didn't really leave enough space. Good job I edited it out, although I know a lot of people want me to keep stuff like that in. Here we are. What we need to do essentially is take them off the back, so unload to the rear. That should be the right place for it. Yep, same price as usual, £295 per bale. Not bad at all. Okay, so this now needs to go back to the yard. Reverse it out of here first. Good. So yeah, although it is a slow start, we are going to hopefully progress quite a bit today. Tree, jackknife. Okay, let's go. Not good if you can sort of see the back of your trailer down here to the left of your window. It would usually mean you've messed up. We can actually go this way. It's a bit steep. It'll be a bit slow, but it is technically a shortcut. Don't know why, but my dead zone has reappeared on the steering wheel. I've turned it off once and it has just come back in this video for some reason. It seems to be more excessive than ever. I'm going to have to leave, edit it, and then return when we get to the top of here. Starting off on the hill is probably not the best of ideas. Lucky we're empty. Oh, good view. Very good view. Right, see you in a second. Seamless, you wouldn't have even known I'd gone. Anyway, that is much better. You can see how responsive the steering now is. So, there'll be less accidents. Here is the farm. Oh, that is still going a bit quick though. We could have an accident. If there was traffic on these back roads, then it would be pretty hard actually to not crash. Although that seems like a strange thing to say, because in real life, you know, it's pretty hard to crash on a road like this. It's just in Farming Simulator, I at least get an urge to drive fast. Whereas in real life, I drive pretty slowly. Not stupidly slowly, you know, within the speed limits. Or at the speed limits, as it should be. But no, Farming Simulator, you just sort of feel like, foot to the floor. Anyway, here we are. We'll put the lorry out of the way somewhere. It isn't going to be used in this video. I would put it in there, but it's a bit tight. Going in the second bay. Okay. Yep, that's pretty tight. Wing mirror. Smashed mirror. In theory it was possible. In practice, not really. There we go. That will do. Okay. Time to get the combine. Now I don't know if we should actually take it back to the yard, because you know how hard it is to get it all out again. I might just keep it secure in the field. Let's just put this back flap up, so we don't bang our heads when we go and put the trailer on. There we go. Yeah, that all seems to be fine. So let's just go over here. There's the New Holland, though it's missed a tiny bit. Fairly understandable. Yep, we'll leave the combine harvester here. In fact, that is very good, because all we have to do is sort of creep through the undergrowth into here. Let's just reverse back, finish off, and then it's going to be time to go over to the store. Obviously we're going to keep the subsoiler. We're not going to sell it because we're going to use it again. If we did sell it, then we probably could afford to get the bigger planter, but I don't really want to. I prefer to get a smaller one and then at least have some money left and keep the subsoiler. So there we go, perfect. Funny, I wonder why it stopped. It seems to have done the rest of it fine, it's just it missed this bit here. Somewhere in its little worker brain it decided to stop. But this T7 is certainly proving to be a very good tractor. Plenty of horsepower. Also fairly fast as well for road use. And there we go. Right, so keep it up there. Let's put the stand up. Actually, we don't necessarily have to have the stands yet. We can do it when we get back to the yard. So I haven't really got anywhere in particular to put this, just, you know, undercover. We've got plenty of barn space, so we don't have to have stuff outside. I think this time we'll go to the right hand side. There is a lot of space over here. So we'll back it into one of these open bay sheds. Oh look, there's a trailer. Very badly parked. Yeah, that'll do. Make sure we don't crash into it. Leave a bit of space to get around the back because we do need to put these supports down. There's one. And there's two. Yes, that could fetch your eye out in no time. Should sit on the stands. Perfect. Right, let's undo the 3-point linkage. Very good mod. I really do recommend it. That has got to be probably the best subsoiler mod I've ever used in Farming Simulator. I did suggest power harrowing, doing that in the field which we've just subsoiled, but well, I've had quite a lot of questions and stuff about it, saying, do you really need to do that? And I thought, well, why not? It's sort of working the land, isn't it? Ready for a good seedbed. And then some people said you don't have to, you can just do it straight away after the plough. And yeah, I believe you can do. So we are going to do that. I would prefer to work it a bit. It's just we don't have the money to keep putting into different tools every time. So yeah, ideally I would have power harrowed it. But just this once, we are going to attempt to seed straight into the ploughed land, which does seem a bit extreme, but we are going to attempt it. Let's just assume that we've got very light land here and it sort of ploughed it like a cultivator, very loose soil, so it's left a good seedbed. Here we are. Right, it's controlling itself, the steering wheel is controlling the menu, how weird. It does this from time to time, strange, if I leave the game and then come back it won't do it. Anyway, yes, the Covenant Optima V is a potential candidate. However, let's just see. Let's do this properly. These are obviously too big or too expensive. Yeah, I think we are going to have to go with the Covenant because that is not a bad width and obviously not a bad price either. So here goes. Hopefully I've made the right choice. We actually don't need a very big machine for this. We don't need a very big tractor. It only requires 70 horsepower. Whereas this tractor, I believe, is over 200. Is it? Yeah, 290, I believe. Yep, that is weird. The steering wheel is controlling the player, as you can see, going left with the steering wheel and then right. It also controls the menus. Very strange. PTO. Perfect, and I have just repaired the tractor at a cost of £1,800. Many people tell me to change the key, but as I said before, it actually isn't a bad thing because it's keeping the maintenance fees down. I've just stopped in a very stupid place, very illegal place, because I get so many questions and stuff saying, can you go and look in the graveyard? You're right. Rest in peace, Chellington Extended. I just had to check this out for myself because so many people have mentioned it. The headstones do say that. It's true. It is true. Yeah. Never park your tractor here. Take note. You will not be popular with anybody. It's probably obvious. Anyway, let's just go up here. There is an entrance to this field, but what we need to do first of all is fill up the planter. So, to the main yard first of all, and then we'll head back down here. Because it's not a very big machine, we can just go straight through this gate. And it saves going all the way around the back way just to get back into here. Now you might be thinking, oh, we're not going to have to sit through watching you do all of this planting, are you? Well, no, the answer to that is no. Yeah, we're going to go and do a bit of harvesting, and we're going to finish off our big harvest. So field 19 is going to be done. Very expensive field that because it's full of canola, which is all being fertilised. Where is the fill point? I think it might be behind us actually. Yep, just in here. Let's top it up. We'll do a full load. And it can also take fertiliser as well, so we'll do both. So that's the seed. It sets to sunflowers. Let's set it to maize or corn. Here's the fertiliser. You can see it's filling it up. I do prefer this because obviously we can do two things in one go. We don't have to go back over there with the sprayer or with a fertiliser spreader. We can just do it all in the same part of the field, which is going to save a lot of fuel, time, and we can do other stuff in the meantime. There is our spraying tractor just over there on hire purchase. We're going to keep it for the entire series. When we transfer this map over to multiplayer, it will probably be bought outright, because if you have stuff leased in multiplayer, it can be a bit chaotic. It really can. The reason for this is because the server is running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and obviously if someone's using it for pretty much all that time, we're going to rack up a very high leasing bill, which would just mean it's better, it'd be cheaper to buy the tractor. Anyway, we're set to the correct crop type. The first run here is probably not going to be very good, as it's a worker doing it. So here we go. Prepare to be amazed. It could actually be very good. As you can see, it is actually creating a very good seedbed here. Because of Farming Simulator's 2D textures for ploughing, this could technically get away with being just a cultivated field instead of a ploughed field, because you can't really see the furrows. Obviously if it was all 3D, you would never do this. It would have to be power harrowed or cultivated first. Anyway, that seems to be getting on perfectly fine, so what we're going to do now is jump into the combine half, so again we can creep through the hedge here and we can head over to field 19. We're not going to need a massive trailer. In fact, I think the Massey Ferguson trailer is going to be perfectly adequate. We probably won't even fill it, but let's just go. It's a very small field. This is going to take literally 3 to 5 minutes real time without cutting anything out, because this header is huge. Oh, don't drive into the tree. Now hopefully that tractor gets on okay without us. If it flashes up an error message, then we're obviously going to have to come back over here to sort it out, but yeah, we're all going well, it'll be fine. It seems to be okay. Now traffic was switched off. The reason for this is because, well, when the lorry crashed into the back of our header trailer behind us before, the traffic did not want to know about us trying to pick it up again. They were just barging their way through, trying to pick it up. In the end, I just got so fed up I just turned them off. But I actually did have to reset the header anyway, so yep, I should have turned them back on. The traffic is now back on, so if everything is working fine, when we get to the bottom of here, there should be many cars driving from left to right. Let's just see. Keep watching, hopefully somebody's going to drive past. Nobody so far. Maybe it takes a few minutes to kick in. I better check. Otherwise we're going to crash into somebody. No cars yet. There must be somebody. Aha! Here we go, white car. At least I know it's working. This is our field on the left hand side. The only issue is getting the header on without crushing the crop. Yeah, there should be enough space. We'll have to put the hazard warning lights on first. Good. We are ready to go. So what we're going to do is make sure the price of the crop when we sell it, the canola, is at least in high demand. Not a great demand, just, you know, a good price. If it's average or low, then obviously no, we're not going to sell it. It wouldn't be worth it. We've put a lot of effort into this field. We can definitely wait until we've got a better price. Well, I think it's very safe to say we're definitely going to need to unload into the trailer before the end of this field, because we are already on 58% full. We're only on the second headland. This is fantastic. You might think, oh, what? You've only got 8,000 litres, don't get too excited. But no, this is canola. This is worth, in a great demand, probably, I don't know, maybe about £1,400 per 1,000 litres? Maybe more, I don't know. Let's just see what the current price is. This will give us a good idea. So canola is here. Littleham stores, the best price is Sandy Bay stores currently. So this is just, you know, your average price pretty much. £1,213. If that was a great amount, it would be probably about £1,400. That is good, very good. So we can't be just selling this straight away. In fact, we may even have some stuff in storage. It would have just shown me then. Yes, we do. We're on the way over to field number 19 and we've got the JCB with the Massey Ferguson trailer. On the way past we are of course going to check on the planter just to see how it's actually doing. That's why I'm going this way. We probably could see it from the other way, it's just this is still en route. At the end of this road we can just go straight over. Here it is. It has already done almost half, in fact possibly half the field. Very good. Back at field 19, let's unload the combine harvester. It's all ready for us. This is actually the perfect trailer for the job because we're not only get that much that it's going to overfill the trailer, but we've obviously got enough that's going to fill the combine. So we do need a backup. How full is it? Almost empty. Well, the trailer is 70%? Yeah, pretty much 70% full. It isn't all going to fit in here. Let's continue. For home straight, this is the end of the field. Again, we have managed to get, well, it's going to be probably about 5,000 litres on top of what we've already put into the trailer. Very impressive. Can you imagine if this was field 20 with this productivity? That would just be incredible. Look at the size difference between 19 and 20. Amazing. We might have to try it actually in multiplayer. Get a whole team of people to plant it as canola and keep fertilising it and everything. Make it really productive. See how much money we can make out of it. There we go. We are done. Let's put the auger out, finish off, and then we'll go back over to the yard with the tractor and put this into the storage. Is worker I, helper I, the New Holland? Guessing it must be. Is it actually finished? That is incredible. Right, we're going to park this here. We'll fold it up. Come back for it another day. There we go. How full is the trailer? 98% full. So I said it wouldn't all fit in. It was very close, but it did do. Virtually 16,000 litres. Potentially a lot of money here. The New Holland tractor, which was planting field number 11, is just on the left hand side, so let's see if it actually has finished. If it has done, then it has done it remarkably quickly. No, it hasn't. Okay, we'll finish it off another time. It does need neatening up anyway because it's obviously had to leave a bit to turn around in. I'm not sure why it stopped. It doesn't really have any reason for stopping, but it has done. Just the way it is. And here we go. This is the hopper just here. Let's reverse it in. It automatically removes the cover. Add it to what we've got. Remember, we've already got about 4,000 litres in here. Very good. So, we're going to leave it there. Thank you for watching, and until next time, I'll see you again very soon. Bye for now.